This is just gonna have to do. This lighting is like really giving. Wait a minute. I feel like I'm glowing, y'all. Comment down below if you feel like I'm glowing. Or maybe it's just the lighting. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, in today's video, I will be answering some questions pretty much about my childhood. But before I even start this video, I just want to give a shout out to the people that I have noticed that have been consistently watching and liking my videos. I don't know who everyone is, but I just want to give a shout out to y'all because I appreciate you all, and you guys honestly keep me going. Like, you motivate me. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to like start rambling. So anyways, I have some questions written in my phone, and of course I'm just gonna put them on the screen so y'all can see the questions as I say them. Yes, I'm wearing one of my husband's shirts right now. I don't know, sometimes I like wearing his shirts because they're bigger and I get to like tie it or whatever and make it look cute. So yeah. Okay, the first question is, what were you like as a child? So from my understanding, when I was like a baby, my mom told me that I was very quiet. Like, I didn't talk probably until I was like 2 or 3 years old. I was just so quiet. I remember a story my mom told me one time where I was probably not even 1 year old yet. I don't even think I was walking yet. And my brother there was a iron that was on. I guess somebody was ironing their clothes, either my mom or my dad. And my brother had came in and he had dropped the iron on my stomach and it was burning me. And I still have the scar to this day on my stomach. It's just a little tiny scar. But she told me that when that happened, I didn't even cry. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, I didn't cry. I'm sure I felt it, but I don't know if I was just super strong or what. But yeah, my mom said that they even went and took me to like a doctor to like make sure nothing, you know, was wrong as far as my speech or anything. And they said everything was fine. But I guess the doctor just said some people, you know, babies, they take longer to start talking. But yeah, once I did start talking, it was on and popping, period. Question number 2 is, what was your biggest fear as a child? So I feel like my biggest fear as a child is kind of like the same as other people's fear as a child. But anyways, my biggest fear as a child was the dark. I was so afraid of the dark. Like, it got to a point where I would not go, if I had to use the bathroom, I would not, like, I was too scared to even go to the bathroom. It was really bad. I'm not even gonna lie, it was really bad. And that kind of goes into my next question, which is, did you pee the bed? Yes, I peed the bed. I don't remember what age, like, I don't remember how long I peed it for. I was probably like around 6 or 7. That's probably when I stopped peeing the bed. But like I said, I was afraid of the dark. So the main reason why I wouldn't like want to get up and go to the bathroom is because I was too afraid to get up and turn the light on. Like, I was that afraid of the dark. So I literally remember like times where I would lay in the bed, and my sister at the time, me and my sister shared a bed. So it was like a bunk bed and my brother was on top. So I remember times where I would just lay there and I would think to myself, should I go to the bathroom and possibly get like killed by something in the dark, or should I just sit here and pee in the bed? And I would choose to pee in the bed. So that's what I did. And I mean, of course, sometimes it was an accident. It was an accident, but sometimes I truly was too afraid to get up. So yeah, I would just pee in the bed. And I honestly don't remember ever like getting in trouble for peeing in the bed. Like, I don't know. I don't remember like getting a beating for peeing in the bed. I don't, probably getting like fussed at, but I don't ever remember getting in like serious trouble for peeing in the bed. So the next question is, how was your sibling? So growing up, I had my sister and my brother. I was the youngest, of course. So I feel like they, you know, used to always pick on me. I feel like that's what most like siblings do to like the youngest. They always pick on them or whatever. But overall, like, me and my siblings had a very good relationship. Me and my brother, we always used to fight and argue, but at the end of the day, like, we still had a good relationship. Like, we were still always together. Growing up, it was always the three of us, me, my brother, and my sister. Literally everywhere we went, we were together. And I didn't even realize it, like how close we were, until like I thought back about all like the times where we would be going out and, you know, have to be back in before the street lights come on or whatever. But we were just always together. I really love that, you know, just being able to have somebody always with you, growing up with you, and it's just amazing. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to get like emotional. Okay, were you a good student? Y'all, I was a very good student. I'm not gonna say I was like a goody two-shoe, but like growing up, like I did not want to get in trouble. Like I just wanted to go to school, get my work done, and leave. I didn't want to be, you know, I didn't want to be that type of student. You know, of course, as I got older, like I started caring less. So, you know, I kind of did some things that I'm not proud of. But while I was like young, you know, middle school and stuff like that, I was always good. I don't remember ever getting in like any serious trouble or anything like that. So yeah, I was a good student. So the next question is, where did you live, and like pretty much how the community was. So throughout my childhood, we moved a lot. So I was born in Sumter, South Carolina, and then I was raised in Boston, Massachusetts. I moved to Boston when I was probably like one years old. So I was born, and then I moved shortly after, and then we lived in Boston until we moved back, until I moved back to go to high school. So y'all do math. So while we were in Massachusetts, we lived in Boston at first. We lived in a city called Dorchester in Boston. That community was pretty bad. They used to shoot a lot. There was a lot of gang activities, stuff like that. It was still fun. Like I don't want to say it was like that stuff was fun, but like, you know, we used to always be outside and playing. And at the time we lived with my grandparents. That was something good too, like being able to grow up with my grandparents in the same house. There was this dude that we used to call Chester Molester, and like all the kids were like afraid to like go around him and stuff like that. They had like a popsicle lady, like we would go to the popsicle lady house and get popsicles. We did a lot of stuff by ourselves. Times were different back then, I guess. It's not the same as it is right now. Like people actually, I feel like, looked out for each other and looked out for the kids more. But anyways, yeah, so we lived there. Once we left Boston, we ended up moving to Cambridge. Cambridge was a more, you know, like uppity part of the town. That's where Harvard University is. So there wasn't, you know, I don't remember seeing like a lot of crime and stuff like that. There definitely was like a whole bunch of restaurants that I used to love, and that's another reason why I'm so glad that we moved to Cambridge, is because we were introduced to so many different cultures and so many different foods and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what has made me the type of person I am today. Like I'm very diverse when it comes to eating different foods. Like there's nothing that I won't try. Like I don't discriminate. I love it. I love it all. So while in Cambridge, we moved twice, I think. 2 or 3 times. Eventually we ended up moving back to South Carolina, where I went to high school at. Next question is, what was your favorite holiday growing up? My favorite holiday was definitely Christmas, y'all. And I still love Christmas, and I feel like when I have my kids of my own, I'm going to like go all out when it comes to holidays and birthdays and Christmases, because I feel like no matter what we may have been going through during that year or whatever the case may be, my parents always showed out when it came to Christmas gifts and stuff like that. And I feel like that's very important. I remember times when, you know, we would have to, and I probably have a picture of us opening our gifts, but we would, with me and my sister and my brother, we would get woken up super early, and like, you know, Santa Claus had his presents waiting for us or whatever. And it was just like a good experience. Like I'm really glad my parents did that, and that they always, you know, showed us that holidays and stuff were important. Next question is, did you have any nicknames? So the only nickname that I can, my name is already short, Asia. Like The only nickname I can remember when I was like super little is my dad used to call me Tinka Winka or Stinka Winka, whichever one. I don't remember which one, either Stinka Winka or Tinka Winka. That was like my nickname growing up, and I can't remember if other people call me that, but I know for sure that my dad called me Tinka Winka. Next question is any childhood habits. So yes, one of my childhood habits was sucking my tongue and playing with my belly button. Now, I know it probably sounds weird to y'all, but you know how people suck their thumb? It was kind of like the same thing, but instead of actually putting my finger in my mouth, I would just suck my tongue. Like, comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I would do that, and I would also play with my belly button. When I say play with it, like I would just like, you know, twirl it around and like rub it and stuff, just play with it. That's something I did for a long time, and I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I still do it. Like, I find comfort in it even today. Of course I don't just sit there and like be in public playing with my belly button and stuff, but yeah, sometimes I still do it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And when it comes to like sucking my tongue, sometimes I do it and I don't even realize that I'm doing it, and then I have to catch myself like, girl, stop. Okay, I think this is the last question because we gotta wrap it up. Okay, so the last question is pretty much, did you enjoy your childhood overall? And to answer that question, I would say yes. Of course, everybody has bad childhood memories and stuff like that, and I have a few, but overall I feel like I had a good childhood. I'm just thankful. You know, sometimes we think about like all like the crazy or bad stuff that happened to us in our past, but sometimes you just have to be thankful and say to yourself like, damn, that could have been a lot worse. Like, I could have not had a house to sleep in, or you know, I could have not had my parents to grow up with me, or my grandparents or my siblings while, you know, we grew up. So I'm just very thankful for the life that God has given me thus far and back when I was a child. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Do not forget to check out my business down below. A Beauty One Stop is always down below. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will get notified every single time I post a new video. Excuse me, I had a burp. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all next Saturday. Bye. It's the lips for me. I'm gonna stop this video because this lighting is giving what it's supposed to give. Like, okay, it's a wrap.